You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I wanted to talk more on, like, PC building, replacing parts, all that stuff, because, if you had heard the last episode, then you already know how I feel about PC building and all that. The thing is, though, is that I think just at the time and place being, like, it's very, like, I wouldn't necessarily say time consuming, because I think maybe if it was a situation where it just wasn't like so stressful when you very first get into it, because like overall, like when it comes to certain parts on a PC, like you are gonna have to buy other accessories and stuff. So but yeah, because like I was like, replacing the RAM, replacing the graphics card. What else did, like, all that, like, keyboards, monitors, mouses, all that seems so easy and chilled. But then when you really start, like, getting deep into it, like, when you have to replace certain parts, bro, like, it's gonna be a lot. So that's why I'm like, with me, it's one of those things where I'm like, if I knew what I was doing or knew what I was getting myself into, I don't think I would have been so stressed about it. But yeah, man, overall, like, PC, like, building / replacing parts, it's something. It's a thing that you just overall gotta have the patience for it and stuff. And I think that's why, like, eventually, once I figure out what I needed to do, then it seemed chilled. It seemed all right. And I was like, that's honestly, like, any time when you are working on something, especially if you're going to be there for a long period of time, like, you want to have patience. You don't want to be all stressed out. But no, I just sit down and I think of the times, and I think I mentioned that in the last podcast episode, the 2 tables that I had built. So, I remember back when I was in high school, there's this, and I still have this table. I'm using this table today as we speak. And, I just remember sitting down freaking, and that's the thing that I didn't want to do. So I was like, no, I gotta go and work on this, today. Like, as soon as, because, when I went to go out and get the thermal paste, so I was like, I got this alcohol spray, not realizing that really all you gotta just do is you could take your finger, you could take a napkin and wipe out the old thermal paste and then put the new thermal paste on. But I was all like, you don't even need to, I mean, I guess you just get it to just ensure that it's clean and stuff. But other than that, like, no, it was chilled. It was chilled. It was just like stressful, freaking having to go out. And then that's another thing. So I think I forgot to mention that in the episode, because my room, like, because of the stuff that I have in it, I got freaking shoe boxes, a bed, I got the table, so there wasn't really a whole lot, because I wanted to just that's what I was going to do, and I should have just did that. But that's one thing, that a bit of advice that I could give out to you guys. If you are going to be working on something, have, like, a lot of space for yourself. Like, so that's what I should have did, was have the stuff on my bed rather than trying to do it on the floor, like right by the table. And by the table, it's like I got this smaller table that has my steering wheel controller, shoe boxes, my bed. I'm telling you, I couldn't really be all that, like, movable in the area that I was in. So it was just my body. It's kind of like, trying to, like, stretch it out and loosen it up a little bit, because it's just, just sitting in an area for a long period of time like that can be a lot on the body and stuff. So but overall, like, I did put my processor in, I got the thermal paste, put that stuff on. And yeah, my PC, it works actually. It works fine. Like it does. So that's one thing I know people will probably ask, like, do you notice a performance change? It does seem faster. It actually does seem like it runs smoother and stuff. And so that was like one of the reasons why I had got the processor, was because all right, so let me just kind of give y'all a backstory before I lead into, why I got the processor. So when I originally had got my gaming PC, I went on this website, and I always go on this website. Actually, prior before that, when I even had got into PC gaming, there was this website that I remember I found out about, and I was like wanting to see like what games were able to run off of the first laptop that I had. So there's this website called System Requirements Lab where you go on there. And so, like, let's say, for an example, if you got yourself a new gaming PC, right? And you're wanting to see if you can play Elden Ring on it or Cyberpunk 2077. So you go on this website and you download, it ain't really a program. It just gathers the information, like the specs of your computer and stuff. So it gathers that, and then it adds it to the database of that website. It doesn't take anything personal. It just overall just takes like the tech specs. So in case of like having to like, cause there's this one website I do remember going on when I very first got into PC gaming, and you had to like type in and search up all the different specs that you had and add it to the website versus downloading the program, and then it just gathers that stuff for you. Cause a lot of people ain't gonna know where to search for. You gotta like go on like tutorial websites and search for or find out like where that stuff is at, because if you try to go yourself, you're gonna just end up in just a long hallway filled with doors trying to just find the tech specs on your computer. Like it's a lot, bro. It's honestly, it's a lot. So so anyways, System Requirements Lab, so they pretty much tell you like which games you can run and not run on your gaming PC. So yeah, I remember when I had that very first Dell Inspiron laptop. If you guys are like longtime listeners and watchers of my YouTube videos and podcasts. In fact, you actually could go to my gaming channel, look at all of the videos that I did in like 2015 and maybe 2016. Like, I think it was prior. I can't remember if I did do a video where I was like, oh, I got like a capture card, but I know there's a lot of videos that I did do in 2015 where if you watch those videos or already had watched my gaming videos from 2015, then that was the computer that I was using. And if you've seen, there was a lot of games that was like, yeah, it was just horrible, bruh. Bad, horrible. Games would freeze, that laptop that I had at the time, it wasn't a good laptop. Not for gaming, at least. It was like one of those like college type laptops. Like you have it like if you go into school or something, but it definitely wasn't equipped for like gaming or any of that stuff. So, but anyways, I remember going on that System Requirements Lab website, and it was so many different games that I could not play. Like it always was just, nope, can't play it. H1Z1, nope, can't play it. DayZ, nope, can't play. Actually, no, I think I could play it on the minimum requirements. But other than that, any old games that came out like prior before I'm talking like PlayStation 2 games, not like PC games. Like I'm talking on Grand Theft Auto, like 3 Vice Cities and San Andreas. Games like that, yeah, sure, I can play it. But the older games or the newer games, no, could not play it off of that new or off of that laptop. So it was a big fat no. So anyways, so fast forward up until now. So I got this gaming PC earlier this year in March. And one game that I was like, that I did play a little bit of, and I was like, hey, yo, that was actually, it's fun, I like it, was the new Halo. So I went to go see if that game was playable on my PC. So the thing was that I can play it on the minimum requirements, but I couldn't play it on the recommended requirements. My thing is that I want to play it on the recommended requirements, because on minimum, you're only allowed to do like very little and stuff. You can't do a whole lot with minimum and stuff. So anyway, so yeah, that's why I went out, got the process, because it wasn't just Halo. There were some other games I think I can't even, well, now that I added the processor and changed it all up, yeah, I can't even see which games. Like, it shows that every video game possible that is on like their what, just where every video game possible, Epic Games, Steam, Xbox, what else? EA, every video game out there, my PC can handle it both on minimum and recommended. And recommended is like, so to overall explain to you guys like the difference between minimum and recommended. So obviously with minimum, you can do the bare minimum with the whatever video game that you're playing. So yeah, you're going to have to change up the resolution. You're going to have to change up the graphics, most likely played on the lowest graphics. There's gonna be, a lot of like just settings things that you're gonna have to do versus what recommended, they pretty much say like, okay, if you have like, so like, I think it's more so like if this is it's like they get like the common setup with like gaming PCs, and then they take that and then they're all like, oh yeah, so even if you have like a modern PC which has all this tech stuff in it, yeah, sure, you can play it on recommended. So it's overall they say that it's recommended because yeah, if you try playing it on anything lower than that, it's not gonna play properly, and most likely, yeah, computer is gonna overheat, the fan is gonna get loud. What are some other things? Game is gonna probably be all choppy. Frame rates is gonna drop. It's gonna be and the reason why I say that is because, so I remember when I had on my first laptop, and I bought this video game called H1Z1. So H1Z1, to explain that game, that was like the peak of like survival games back in like 2013, 2014, because that's when survival games really started taking off, like stuff like 7 Days to Die, DayZ, what are some other games out there? But yeah, like games like that, Rust. Like, it's crazy to think, like, those games have been out for that long. Like, it's like, yeah, Rust, DayZ. H1Z1 isn't really a game anymore. Like, after Fortnite had took off. So that's what H1Z1, what their thing was that they were, like, the starters of, well, maybe not the starters, but they did take off when they had came out with their Battle Royale game. So they came out with a Battle Royale game, took off, everybody was playing it. Eventually, I think they did make the game free. I wasted, and bro, I'm telling you, it's always like that with certain video games. I spend my hard-earned money on it, right? Hard-earned money just for the game later on to come out and be free. And I'm like, all right, you know what, man? I ain't gonna buy games no more. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm like, no, I'm not. If I gotta wait 10 years for that game to be free, I'm doing it, but no, but so anyways, so H1Z1, that game off of, I think I've said this before, but that game was not playable on my first laptop. I tried playing that game and it was the worst thing ever. Like, I know there's still a video where I got like, so no, the funny thing is that the game quality was so horrible, even on the lowest settings, bruh, was not playable at all. Alright, so no, there was a time, so there's this video that I posted where I had got attacked by a wolf in that game, and it was like, you seen it, it was like a slideshow pretty much. The audio was perfectly fine, but it was like, you can hear, or it was like a slideshow of like the wolf getting closer. So one frame, wolf was far out, another frame, wolf had saw me, another frame, the wolf was running towards me, then the last frame, the wolf was all in my face with its paw. But I'm like, bro, why is this quality so yeah, I was like, hey, you know what? No, I ain't even going fool with it. I'm like, this game broke. I'm like, and then it was, yeah, after that, never did play the game again. I was like, I ended up with just playing like all these old games and stuff, because I was like, the newer games, I was like, just wasn't playable. So yeah, I was like, I just had to leave it alone. And then, you know, look at me now, pretty much. Got like I had to say I got like one of the best PCs out. Like, I had to say probably the only downfall. But I mean, it still has. I could just go out and just get me one of those hard drives and stuff, cause it's like, it's, other than like memory, like it's a solid PC and stuff. So that's why I was like, no, I can't even like say anything bad about it. I was like, it's honestly, this computer, I would have to say, out of all of the computers that I've ever had, from like laptops to gaming PCs, because that Dell Inspiron, the Lenovo was better than the Dell Inspiron, which was crazy, because the Dell Inspiron, I remember my mom telling me that computer was over $1,000 and it was a Christmas gift. And I'm thinking in my head, you mean, so how that Dell Inspiron, for those that didn't get a chance to hear that story, and I don't even remember what podcast season I had told that story in, but so the reason why I don't use Dell, the reason why I don't even purchase Dell computers anymore, is because that was like I'm trying to think, that was like the third Dell computer that I've had where it broke on me. Like, there was the two family computers, and then it was my laptop. And I'm thinking to myself, why does Dell computers, like, it is just horrible, bruh. So I was like, I'm not even going to fool with the computer no more. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. I ain't even going to fool with it. And so it probably had a lot to do with me. The first two computers, it probably had a lot to do with me and my sister downloading music from LimeWire and stuff. I think that's what I am going to do. I think I'm going to go and do a podcast episode talking on that era of music, LimeWire and stuff. Because, man, that was a crazy era. So, but anyways, so yeah, that, and then that, the Dell Inspiron, the laptop that I had, so I had posted some of my music on this website, and to have it get like published on like Spotify and stuff. So I go and I check one day, just, randomly checking Spotify, seeing if my name was up. And sure enough, yeah, my name was up. My music was there. So I'm gassed up over it. I'm like, oh, nah, I got to put more of my music up. So I go off up in my room, because my laptop, it was just in there chilling and stuff. So I go open it up. Back part of the screen had just popped open, and that was like the third time it had messed up. So that, no. So the thing is, with that computer, I'm telling you, it was not a good computer. Like, it was very flimsy. It was fragile. It was fragile, or what, because of the holidays, because it's Christmas and all that stuff, it was fragile, okay? It wasn't fragile, it was fragile, and a fragile, that's worse than fragile, alright? So I would rather have a fragile computer than a fragile computer, but yeah, that computer, it wasn't it, alright? It was something where I'm like, if somebody were to ask me, is a Dell Inspiron computer a good computer to have, I'm not going to lie to them. I am going to tell them no, okay? Do not waste your money on that computer. So, but anyways, but yeah, so like the Dell Inspiron, and then I remember I had got the Lenovo laptop. I remember my friend, he sold me his gaming PC, and then after that I had bought another, this CyberPower PC, and then I had got a gaming laptop, another gaming laptop, and then I ended up giving that gaming laptop away. Then I bought this one that I'm currently using right now for my to record my podcast episodes. Then I had got the one that I used to stream, and then I got me so I got a gaming PC that I used to stream, and then I got a gaming laptop, because there's one that I'm currently using right now. Why I still use it, I don't know, because I'm like, it seems like it's getting to that point where it's getting old, and I'm like, bro, I haven't even had it for that long. That's the crazy thing about it. I think I've only had this computer for maybe like 2 years, going on 3, and I'm like, you mean to tell me this thing is already messing up? I'm like, nah, man. So I am using the other laptop, like, for when I record gaming videos from my console, like my Xbox or PlayStation. But I am like, you know what? It still works a little bit, so it doesn't have too many issues. But yeah, I was like, you know what? Nah, it's like I had to, because I'm like, I don't want to, risk it, where it's like, I like how it was messing up like horribly bad at one point, this laptop that I'm using right now, the MSI laptop. And then as soon as I had bought, I think this is Legion, as soon as I had bought this laptop, then it seemed like it started working all fine, and so it's not having all these issues. And I'm like, why put me through that if you gonna be chilled at some point? I'm like, man, that's stupid. So, But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 46 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off of your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.